Hey fellow crocheters, it's Janet with CrochetPatternsForBeginners.com. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we are going to review this wonderful book. I absolutely love it. It's called Crochet Animal Hats, and it's 15 Patterns to Hook and Show Off by Vanessa Mooncie. If I'm pronouncing the name wrong, please forgive me. Let's get started. Okay, on my notes here, there are 15 projects in this book. And I'm going to go into detail about the book and what I think of it. I do like this book. I like it a lot. As I've said before, I don't buy pattern books so much for patterns anymore. I buy them for inspiration. They're kind of like eye candy to me. So that's why I buy these books, but I figure since I have so many, I might as well review them so that my subscribers can determine if the book is right for them. So let's get started. Okay, again, as I said before, we have 15 patterns here. We have 15 different patterns. She also goes into some more detail, which I like because I have a sewing background as well, about lining your hat, which I think makes it just a little more professional. If you're going to make these for resale or if you're going to make them as gifts to people, they really do appreciate a lining in a hat. And she makes it quite easy to do that. So in the introduction, of course, we have the basic intro to the patterns. I will say this. This is one of those books where once you get the basic pattern down, you can crochet just about every project in the book. She has two basic patterns that she follows here. One is for the ear flap hat, and then another is just for basically a beanie style like this. So there's really only two styles that she uses. So once you get the basics down of the foundation pattern, which is either the ear flap or the beanie, then making the rest of the patterns in here, the rest of the projects in here, is more or less just making the accent pieces, the eyes, the nose, ears, etc. Okay, so what is my favorite pattern in here? My favorite pattern in here is actually this frog. I just think this is really unique. It's different, but yet it's not difficult. Her patterns are very easy to follow, and she covers people that crochet in both ways. Some people crochet, they like to crochet with a pattern row by row, which is how I like to crochet, but some people don't crochet that way. That's not how they like to crochet. They like to crochet with charts, and she has both in here, so that I find is very, very nice. Another thing that I like about this book is that she covers sizes child through adult, which, if you know anything about patterns, that's really, really important, because a lot of times it'll just be for an adult size or for a child size, and you want to make a matching or however you want that to be. So rest assured that in this pattern, in this book, Vanessa has covered everything in a child size through an adult size. Okay, so next we have the raccoon, which is also cute. The deer, these are very popular, these deer. I see a lot of people doing these in like hooded blankets, that sort of thing. So they're super popular, the deer. And she goes into great detail as to how to really get the basic, again, the basic hat pattern, and then of course adding the ears, the antlers, the nose, the eyes, all that sort of thing. Okay, let's go on to the next project, which is a sheep. Isn't that cute? I like the sheep. She's got a little bit, it's the same pattern, but it's a little bit of a different technique, a little bit of a different stitch, but it's the same ear flap hat. Out of all the patterns, this probably is the most difficult one. It's not that difficult, but it is, I found to be, after looking over the patterns, really in depth, that is definitely the one that to me stands out as the most difficult one. The parrot would be the second most difficult one. So if you're like an intermediate crocheter, you can handle these. These are not patterns that are that difficult, but you should be, on some of them, an intermediate level would be appropriate. The zebra, and she's got that fringe, you can see right there, that's really on trend right now. It looks like a little mohawk. It's cute, I'll show you that. Okay. The next is the duck, and this is again more of the beanie base. This is the beanie foundation pattern that she has. The duck is really cute. I like it. I could see that as like a father and son hat or something like that. The tiger, back to the ear flap style. The husky. The bear. I love the bear. The bear is pretty easy, so if you like the bear, you should tackle that one maybe first if you want something that's easier in the ear flap hat. The pig is also easier. The giraffe, a little more challenging, but definitely doable. This is definitely an intermediate pattern. And the owl. The owl's sort of easy, but I would still say it's an intermediate pattern, but easier. And then the last one is the rabbit. So again, all in all, excuse me, all in all, and then she covers the lining, how to line the hat. It's very simple. It's not as hard as you think. I love that. And then she, of course, has, like every book does, basic stitch techniques, etc. So all in all, if you like things like this that are more cute or just unique, something that really, seriously, it's going to make you stand out if you crochet one of those, then I definitely recommend this book. And I also like, again, the fact that she has the foundation patterns. There's just 2 of them, but she has them written row by row, and she has them with crochet stitch charts, which I think is really very helpful to some people. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the review. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. If not, we'll see you at crochetpatternsforbeginners.com. Happy hooking!